Happy New Year, Bear Creek women. I believe that God is stirring something new for our women's ministry in the year ahead, and I'm really excited to take a few moments to share my heart with you today. Now, a few months ago while he was preaching, Pastor Paul presented a simple discipleship structure of people, prayer, and pages that not only really resonated with our church, but also with my spirit. See, I have felt God speaking to me for a while now about moving away from the large events that we've been offering, at least for a season, and instead direct our efforts toward leading the women of our church in deeper, practical, daily discipleship. So our team is actively praying right now about what that means for Bear Creek women and how we can best extend opportunities for you and for us to grow together. I anticipate that we'll be introducing more in the year to come, but for the immediate time in front of us, I want to give you 4 opportunities right now that you can begin to implement as part of our discipleship journey together. The first is to focus on people by joining one of our spring small groups. Signups are open right now, and the new semester of groups begins in February. We have several groups available specifically for women like you, covering things like studying the Psalms, feeding the hungry in our community, learning more about your spiritual gifts, or uncovering how your emotions are tied to your spiritual life. See, I'm convinced there is no better way to grow and be accountable in your walk than to do it with others. So I hope that you'll join a group this spring. Now, the second opportunity to grow in prayer might stretch some of you, but I want to challenge you to fast and pray with us on the first Wednesday of every month. Our team has done this for years, and while it's a difficult spiritual discipline, I get it, who doesn't love food? It's one that promises incredible fruit. Lisa Bevere says it like this. She says, a diet changes how you look, but a fast changes how you see. There are so many reasons and ways to fast, but the basic concept is just to deny our fleshly appetites and replace it with a spiritual appetite for communion with God. Now, we can help give you more information about fasting in the future, but if you have immediate questions, please feel free to reach out to us because we want to help you. It may feel overwhelming at first, but I promise you that incorporating intentional times of fasting partnered with prayer will change your life. Now, a third opportunity for you to grow this year is through the pages of God's Word. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 4 to get wisdom, which means that we have to proactively and passionately pursue it. And I believe we're in a cultural moment right now where discernment and godly wisdom are needed now more than ever. We have so much access to information and knowledge, but we're lacking in wisdom. And there's no other book of the Bible that covers wisdom and its pursuit like Proverbs. So for the month of February, I want to invite you to become a woman of wisdom and read through the book of Proverbs with us. There are 31 chapters, so to make it easy to remember, we're just going to read 1 chapter a day. And then you can read 3 on the final day of the month or however you want to fit them in. But last year, I invited a lot of you to read through the Gospel of Luke with me, and I was blown away with how many of you told me afterwards that it was the first time you'd read Luke or even the first time you'd read an entire book of the Bible. So I'm really excited to continue reading with you again this year. There is just nothing like God's Word. My fourth and final invitation for you today is to save the date for Friday, April 11th. We're going to be hosting a prayer and worship night here at Bear Creek, where we'll not only have extended time in prayer and worship together with our amazing worship director, Missy Cruz, leading the way, but you'll have an opportunity to learn and practice different types of prayer surrounded by the sisterhood. It's going to be an incredible night. I don't want you to miss it. But I do want to leave you just with this final thought. See, when I had my second child, I was experienced enough at that point as a mother to know that I had to be patient with myself during postpartum and slowly build back the rhythms and schedules of daily life. So for the first few days after my son was born, my only priorities were to take care of the babies and to take a shower. If I could do those two things, then I considered it to be a very successful day. But after some more time went by, then I added in a new to-do of making dinner. And then once I was able to handle those tasks well, then I slowly incorporated a goal of having my quiet time every day and then exercise. And I didn't try to do it all at once, but I kept adding back into my life realistic disciplines until it became daily routine. And some of you are building spiritual disciplines in your life right now for the first time, and others of you are committed to rebuild again. But wherever you're at, I want to encourage you to slow down, but remain steady so that you can build a firm foundation that will carry you and sustain you in your walk with the Lord. Friends, God is calling us to deeper discipleship and communion with Him this year, and I pray that you'll jump in and journey with us. Bear Creek Women, we're here to help you and encourage you every step of the way. There's more to come, and this is just the beginning, so stay tuned.